So today is Morgan Rielly Day. He's not going to go to New York. They're going to do the hearing virtually now because of the weather in New York. What did you think of Saturday night, Doug?
Well, you know what? I've got sort of mixed emotions on it. I I see a team that's 28th or 29th in the standings, Ottawa, a team that's been dominated by Toronto for the last number of years. They finally get a big win against Toronto. I know they've had a few in between, but a big win at home against Toronto. And they're excited, and the guy slams the puck in the net. Would I like it if I was coaching against it? It remind me of Terry Crisp. Remember coaching against Terry Crisp, and they were beating us with the Panthers 7-1. And in the last shift of the game, he puts his 5 best players on for the power play. Of course, I didn't cross-check him in the head. I wouldn't do that. I just yelled at him, you know? So the problem is Morgan Rielly is a great kid. He's a sensible kid. He's got no penalty minutes. He's not like that. He goes to cross-check him, and it slides up and gets him in the face. So he's going to pay a price. You know, the league will see it as a revenge tactic. The league will overreact to it. And he deserves to get penalized for it, but not as severely, I hope, as most people think he'll get. I'll be like, everybody's talking 6 games. Like, seriously, if they really think this out on both sides, I would hope they're not giving them 6 games. But I know there's no excuse for a cross check to the head. I get all that. I don't think that was the intent, but you know, I think if they really look at it seriously, they will. Well, I'm probably going to be wrong. They're probably going to hammer him, but I hope they don't.
What was the intent if it wasn't a cross-check him in the head? It was to do something.
I think he went to cross-check him in the shoulder, and it went up and hit him in the head. But that, you're responsible for your own stick. And he was ticked off, and he was upset, and that's why the league will treat it as a revenge thing. And
it was stupid.
You know,
it was a stupid thing to do, Doug.
It was stupid. It was, you know, should we blame a rookie or a young player for slapping the puck in the net? You know, that's sort of, we don't like that.
But how bad was that, Doug? How bad was that?
It wasn't that bad. It was exciting because they're in 29th place and they had a big win at home, and he was excited about it, and he hates the Maple Leafs. Even though his father played a few games with him, he hates the Leafs, which happens to be you know, around the league a fair amount. So, you know what, I wasn't that bad. And I know your great friend Dave Hodge compares it to Shaq doing a dump, or not doing a dump, but doing a slam. I should correct that. A dunk, not a dump, a dunk.
Okay. So don't keep saying dump, okay?
So anyway, look, I didn't like what Greg did, but it's not the end of the world. And I just don't think it was as malicious as it looks. That's all.
What if he seriously hurt the kid? Does that make a difference? Because he could have. Yeah,
he could have, but he didn't. I mean, he didn't even bruise him.
Just lucky, right?
That's just lucky. Like I looked at the Trouba thing last night, the slash in front of the net, and sure, the guy's arm was hooked under. You know, he was sort of hooked, holding on to him. And Trouba does a baseball swing and gets a $5,000 fine. I know it was extenuating circumstances in that one as well. And John, you know that one of Trouba. That was a $5,000 fine. It looked really bad, but when they really looked at it closer, they thought it was fine worthy.